coming to you here, Sunday Stock Watch. This is going to be made for everyone. I'm just going to post it publicly so everyone can see it. But anyways, I have not even, looked and checked some things out since Friday, so this is going to be a live view of my thoughts right now as we're speaking. But anyways, so first things first, let's get to the economic calendar for this coming week. Here we go. So Monday, nothing to worry about. This is not going to be anything important that's going to affect trading. Same with Tuesday and then Wednesday. So this is going to be really important. I usually don't even trade during this time or past this time, but if you do, please be careful for minutes of Fed FOMC meeting. That can definitely shake up trading, make it more volatile. Thursday, we got initial jobless claims, which is going to be really important because, last month, this is what started that sell-off that had happened, and obviously now we've recovered. But this is what initially started it, so this is going to be very important data to be watching for. Same with PMI. And then Friday. So Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole, this is going to be really important. Honestly, the best thing I could do is advise you just not to trade on Friday. Fridays are already known for being quite volatile, so I would avoid that. Most likely, I will be avoiding that. I'll probably host a live stream, though, of his speech, potentially, if you guys are interested in it. He's kind of boring, I can't lie, but it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts to what he has to say, especially going into the following week after that, since that is on a Friday. Anyways, let's get into it. So obviously this week, we made almost a full 360 recovery of what had happened. We didn't have too much. Actually, that's not true, sorry. We had CPI and PPI, which helped a lot with this recovery. So PPI came in lower than expected, which was great news. Inflation slowing. CPI came in as expected, which is still good news. As long as it comes in at expected or below, it's good news. So anyways, let's get into it. So Nvidia's trading back at around 124, 125 before their earnings that will be coming out. Not this coming week, but the week after. So be watching for that for sure. We might see some good moves on Nvidia this week, but besides that, and then Qs were back at around 475. Let's look at the daily. Yeah. So as you can see, we're again going back up for those new highs. Will we make it there? That will have to depend on just data that comes out, and again, this Friday speech, that will really be important stuff. But Qs 474, don't have much data first few days of market next week, so what that usually means is we may see some bullishness. Not saying we will. We may see some bullishness, but also be aware of factors going on, like a potential war that is still a big threat between Israel and Iran. So please be careful that you're watching for that news also, because that can and will definitely affect the markets and trading. So if we get news on that, be very cautious. Anyways, what I'm looking for next week, Monday through Wednesdays, less volatility than we've been experiencing. I mean, again, not much data going on, which is nice. But so Q's up 474 now from this past week. It was at 430, made a full 360, of course. Why would it not? But anyways, yeah. So kind of looking for some bullishness if we don't get any outside news, like I just said. But we do have some companies that are still down quite a bit. Tesla's previously just trading at around 230, 240 area over here, and has not made that full recovery yet. Nvidia has made a pretty nice recovery. I do see Nvidia sitting around this area most likely for the rest of the week until we get earnings. That'll definitely shake some things up. SPY. I've been looking at SPY recently. I used to not really look at it as much, but I definitely do like how it trades as an ETF. So I've been trying to get more into it. I used to trade it a while back and kind of just stopped and focused only on tech and Qs because, of course, is what has been booming. So, yeah, besides that, SPY, again, full recovery, honestly. SPY's going for those new highs. I mean, we're not too far off. Qs is definitely more far off and has a bit more to get there, but SPY looking good. Again, if we see bullishness, probably reaching for 557 area. If we do see bearishness, I would say back down to 545. Yeah, Qs, I would say 480. I'm looking for it this week. Again, we look like we're at a pretty strong resistance area up here at this 474, 475 area, which I called out in chat in the Discord, or maybe it was live call. Probably live call, actually. Anyways, yeah. So we are sitting still at this strong point here, but if we do end up breaking above that, yeah, I would say I'd like to see 480, and if we do see bearishness, we could definitely see back down to around 469 to 465 because tech is so volatile. Anyways, AMD has been doing really well. Really made a nice recovery, especially this week. Honestly, a bit better than some other companies like Tesla. But yeah, I want to see AMD back in 450 area. AMD doesn't trade as volatile when, the market's pretty calm as other tech stocks will. So I don't see AMD, jumping $10 this week. Maybe it will. But that's my personal take on it. But anyways, Coinbase. So I just checked Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin's doing that well as it previously was. So Coinbase is definitely going to be a little bit more rocky going into this week. We could see back down to around 195, 190 if Bitcoin continues to drop. Again, I don't know much about Bitcoin. I just look at what it's at and kind of base why Coinbase is trading by the price of Bitcoin in that moment. I don't know much about Bitcoin. I've said that. Same with Mara. Just doesn't trade with as much volatility as Coin does. And then Apple. Apple's still doing well, obviously. This Apple made a really nice recovery too this past week. Along with Meta. Meta made a crazy recovery. We're reaching for those new, I would say 52-week highs again. I don't know if, I would have to check. Yeah. Meta's reaching for new highs. Once again. Oops, meant to go back to daily. But yeah, definitely keep this one on watch. We could see something crazy potentially coming this next week. I would say 535 area if we see bullishness. And I'm saying from Monday to Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, super volatile, super rocky. If you're new at trading, stay out of it. That is my best 2 cents I could give you guys. Next, Google. I don't really trade Google. I did trade its breakout that it had pretty pretty much over here. This is the breakout I traded, but that was a swing trade, so. But yeah, I don't really look at Google to trade daily. But other than that, I'm not really, that's probably all I'm going to be looking for. Oh, and Palantir. This is a good one. Yeah. I am thinking about loading this up for my long-term portfolio. If I do that, I'll tell you guys. I do wish I bought it back then. But yeah, Palantir's been looking really, really great lately. So definitely keep watch on that for sure. Amazon. Amazon hasn't made its recovery as well as much as other stocks did, but it also, people did not like Amazon's earnings and initially started a very large downtrend for Amazon, and then we had a sell-off, all of that type of good stuff, you know. Besides that, Microsoft, and then, okay, IWM, yeah. My thing with IWM is that it's hard, it's hard to say that IWM is going to, you know, go up to 230, 240 area, because IWM is small caps. Once a small cap gets bigger, it gets moved out, and it gets moved to a bigger ETF. This is why IWM generally trades in the same area of, I'd say, 190 to 210 within the past, I don't know, 3 years. Which is, I've had people ask me, what about calls on IWM? Personally, I don't like long-term calls. I don't think that's the best idea, because it's meant to kind of stay in this range, right? You know, once these stocks in the small cap ETF get bigger, they get moved out. So, besides that, and then we still, if you're in Premium Discord, we are still in these two war stocks. And then besides that, yeah, that's mainly it for this Sunday Stock Watch. Again, looking to trade Monday through Wednesday, potentially Thursday, because I do think initial jobless claims comes out pre-market. Yeah, hour before pre-market, and then yeah, Wednesday. But again, I usually stop trading well before 11 a.m. for me, Pacific time. So I usually trade from around 6:30 a.m. to 8:30, 8 a.m. So that would be, minutes of Fed would be coming out around 11 a.m. here. Usually don't trade during that time or past that time. So yeah, this is basically what I'm looking for Monday through Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, I honestly have no idea, because I do not know what these reports are going to come out like, and I do not know what Jerome Powell is going to say on Friday. So that is going to be super volatile, super rocky. But again, guys, just general, I don't know what we're going to look like tomorrow. I really don't, because, I mean, who does? Anything could happen, as we've seen from right now to tomorrow. So just a general Sunday stock watch. Basically what I'm going to be looking for this coming week. Oh, I don't know if I gave out, yeah, Tesla. Again, bullishness. I could see Tesla to 22.25. If we don't see that, back to 210, 205 potentially. But yeah, that's basically all I'm looking for this week. So thank you guys for listening to this long Sunday stock watch. I did not mean to make it 15 minutes long. But anyways, have a great rest of your Sunday.